afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to Season 4, Episode 6 of the classic wrestling series. So, if you want to catch up with the CWS Season 4, the annotation right there will take you to all 6 episodes of the CWS, including this one when it drops. So, with that being said, what are we going to watch today? Well, we are going to go back to the year 2003. And, well, we're going to watch when Goldberg won the world title from Tribalija. So we are going to Armageddon 2003. We have got Goldberg versus Triple H versus Kane for the world title. We have Shawn Michaels versus Batista. Anyone gets that reference, 10 points to you. And we're going to be starting off with the world's strongest man, Marcus Henry, who is not the world's strongest man now because he has not competed in the tournament. He could probably still kill me though. No, I'm joking. We are going to be starting off with Mark Henry though. So let's get to our opening contest. So we just had our first matchup, which is Mark Henry versus Booker T. Absolutely awesome. Really fun opening contest actually. Henry is the big boy of the match, so naturally it's David versus Goliath to a degree. But Mark Henry's been getting the better of Booker T for the past month. So, naturally, Booker's going to win the match, right? Well, he does. You know, he wins with the scissors kick. But it's a fun matchup. This is really good. Henry would get better. Do not get me wrong. He was still kind of new to the WWE at this time. He did debut in 1999. He wouldn't really see any in-ring competition until then. He would get better over time. The Hall of Pain is where he would actually get really good and get better, let's say. But around this time, he was entertaining. It was really fun. So now, Booker T is Booker T. He would move to SmackDown to do the Best of 7 series with Mr. Chris Benoit coming up and all that. So yeah, it was entertaining. That match was really fun. So we've got Eric Bischoff, Christian, and Jericho talking about the Battle of the Sexes. Good God, the storyline. Oh, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So let's get to our next matchup. So we just had Mick Foley come out, who is now the official Raw General Manager, Cole General Manager, after Austin losing at Survivor Series 2003 in the 5-on-5 Survivor Series matchup that Randy Orton pinned Shawn Michaels to basically cost Austin his job. So Foley comes out to basically say, yes, congratulations, Austin's rehiring petition has over 1 million signatures. Austin Powers have just, I believe Austin Powers have just dropped at this time. So he wants a celebration, so Stacy Keibler in a cheerleader's outfit comes out. Please bear in mind this is 2003 and Vince is running the company. Don't hate me. So we then have Randy Orton come out to basically badmouth Foley. This would lead into WrestleMania, WrestleMania 20 and the Royal Rumble 2003. It would lead into that. 2004, sorry. The 2004 Royal Rumble. So we now have Randall Keith Orton versus Mr. Rob Van Dam. Yes, I have to do that all the time. For the Intercontinental Championship. Let's get to this one. So, we just had Randy Orton versus RVD. This was a fun matchup. Entertaining as all hell. Put these two in a match together and it's fucking good. It's really fun and entertaining. So yeah, this match ends with RVD getting the RKO and Randy Orton winning the Intercontinental Championship. So, win-win. This would carry, again, the storyline with him and Foley would carry on through the Royal Rumble, then WrestleMania, then Backlash. So it's a good, 5-month build, a good 5-month feud with Orton and Foley. Definitely getting over the fact that he is going to become the Legend Killer moving forward. This is kind of a pinpointing start of that movement, which is really cool. So now we have got the Battle of the Sexes. It's Trish and Lita taking on Jericho and Christian. So, for gist of this, Edge and Christian and Jericho had a bet to basically see who could sleep with Trish or Lita first for a Canadian dollar. And then basically the girls got pissed, slapped them, and then we got this match because of Eric Bischoff. That's basically the gist of the storyline in 20 seconds. This has been building for a month. So, Jericho fancies Trish and Christian was fancied Lita. So, yeah. Moving forward, let's get to this one. So, we just had the Battle of the Sexes. Uh, for the girls to get their revenge and win the match, it would make sense. Jericho is. I like Jericho in the match. He doesn't want to hurt. He doesn't want to hurt Lita. He doesn't want to hurt Trish, but he wants to win the match. He will be a bit of an, he will pull the hair. He will do dirty tactics, but he doesn't want to hurt them. Christian just doesn't give a fuck. He's just like, come at me, bitches, kind of thing. And it's like, it is tough because you don't really know who to root. You want to root for the girls because naturally it's one of those things, but you know the guys are going to win. And Christian wins with a roll up on Trish because Jericho and Trish have feelings for each other. Jericho has feelings for Trish. This would move forward to WrestleMania between Christian and Jericho, and that turn happens, which we'll get to later when I eventually review WrestleMania 20, if I haven't already. I need to double check that one. But it's one of these matches. It's, they tried something, different. Did it work? That's for you guys to decide. I think it didn't work. Genuinely, I think it would have worked a bit more if they had Trish and Lita win the match. But they don't here. I don't even think they get their comeuppance. I don't think Christian and Jericho get their comeuppance from Trish and Lita. I could be wrong on that one. I have to double check. So, next up, it is going to be... it is Shawn Michaels and Batista. This feud obviously starts last month at Survivor Series, where Shawn Michaels is basically trying to keep Austin's job, and unfortunately, due to Batista's interference, Shawn Michaels gets pinned. He apologizes to Austin, but he's like, nah, you know what, shit happens, mate. I don't blame you at all, kind of thing. He walks off, and then we've got Shawn and Batista. So, let's get to this matchup. I'm looking forward to this one. So, we just had Shawn Michaels versus Batista. This was a fun matchup, entertaining. Batista is basically just the big powerhouse of the match and basically just says, fuck you half the time. But Shawn does hit the super kick, get the pin, but Shawn technically had his shoulders on the mat and Batista kicked out, so technically Batista wins the match. So they're building that bit a little bit up. Batista is still in the ring when Maven makes his entrance, so we'll see what happens with that. So we'll get to the Maven matchup now. So Maven and Matt Hardy, the match does not take place because Maven gets absolutely wrecked by Batista, gets Batista bombed, and basically the match doesn't take place. However, Matt just jumps on him and just counts his own pinfall. Funny as fuck, I'm not gonna lie. Batista's backstage, he's still mad because he's better than Shawn in his mind. But, granted, he kicked out. He won the match technically, so we'll see what happens with that moving forward nicely. So, let's carry on with the show and see what our next matchup is going to be. So, we just had Tag Team Turmoil for the World Tag Team Championship. So, La Resistance and Rosie and Hurricane first enter the matchup. La Resistance gets eliminated after Hurricane splashes from Rosie's shoulders on the ring ropes. Holy shit. From the corner. That was amazing. Mark Jinrat and Garrison Cade came out next. They quickly eliminated Rosie and the Hurricane. Hurricane was holding his hip a bit, so hopefully he was okay. Next up was Val Venus and Lance Storm. What the fuck did they do to Lance Storm in this day and age? He was a fucking great wrestler, and they just put him with Val Venus. The fuck? Mark Jinrat and Garrison Cade win that fall. Then the Dudley Boys come out, and, basically batter Jinrat and Cade. It was, they just battered them. Get the win with the 3D. Test and Scott Steiner come out next to basically get eliminated after 3D. I believe it was on Test. I think it was on Test. I could be wrong on that one. No, it was it was Devon pinning Test. Yes, it was. And then Evolution's Ric Flair and Batista come out and basically just destroy the Dudley Boys and get the win and are your new World Tag Team Champions moving forward. So they would have a rematch at the Royal Rumble 2004 in a tables match, if I recall, and would actually hold the belts until I think just before Mania. So yeah, very entertaining. So next up, it's our semi-main event. We have Molly Holly, Jesus Christ, Molly Holly, was underrated in WWE. She was a really good fucking wrestler. Taking on Ivory for the Women's Championship. Let's get to this one. So we just had Molly Holly take on Ivory for the Women's Championship. I feel really bad for the women around this time because they only had like 2-minute matches. I think this match... I'm actually going to jump onto the Wikipedia and double check how long this match was. 4 minutes. 4 minutes and 23 seconds. This is a travesty because Molly Holly is a good wrestler and Ivory is too. Give them more than 4 fucking minutes in this time. You know, now we have 20, 25, 30-minute matches for the women, which is good. But around this time, Molly Holly was a good wrestler. I mean, for fuck's sake, she had, you know, spoiler alert for WrestleMania 20 coming up. But Molly Holly basically turned around and said, I will shave my head just to get on the WrestleMania card because me and Victoria are doing some good stuff on Raw. Give us a fucking chance and we'll have, we'll do it, kind of thing. Right? That was the point in 2003. It was fucking stupid. You know, the fucking Molly Holly had to, legitimately shave her head just to get on the Mania card. Stupid. But... this match wasn't too bad. Again, for 4 minutes, they did what they could do in 4 minutes, and it was really good. It was a fun matchup. Molly Holly retains after a roll-up. So now we're going to have Goldberg versus Triple H versus Kane for the world title. Last month, Goldberg wins the belt at Survivor Series. Shouldn't fucking happen then. Should have happened at SummerSlam, but let bygones be fucking bygones on that one. So they have a rematch. Kane gets involved. Triple threat match. Here we go. It's our main event, so let's get to it. So, we just had the triple threat match between Kane, Goldberg and Triple H. It's all good. It's a good matchup. And then Evolution gets involved because it's an ODQ expectations. And basically they help Triple H win the World Heavyweight title back. Goldberg's reign lasted from Survivor Series to Armageddon, which is like a month. And then Triple H just wins the belt back. It's stupid. It's annoying. The match is entertaining, there's team-ups and then there's break and all this, but yeah, it's the reign of fucking terror up until up until WrestleMania where, the triple threat happens with Chris Benoit, Shawn Michaels and Triple H, Chris Benoit and Shawn Michaels. So it's a fun, it's a fun show. It's on Netflix, so if you want to check it out, by all means, please do. Well, that's pretty much it for me. Tomorrow, the next episode of Resident Evil will be dropping, so I hope you can stick around for that. I'll put it in the at the end credits as well, so then you guys don't miss that. But with that being said, thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you next week for the next episode of the Classic Wrestling Series. Stay safe, have fun, and TTFN. Ta-ta for now.